All right, guys, welcome back to NVS Rides. I know you might be sad after the last video, but we are not going to be working on that today. Parts are coming. I did put a little tire shine on it, but we are going to drop this one on you. Let's move this hood down so you guys can see it. 1967 Chevy Caprice Wagon. This is the coolest feature, so we'll just blow our wad right at the beginning here. With the rear-facing seat. This is a very cool vehicle. It's a very large vehicle. This has been sitting under a Chevy Suburban cover and using all of it. This thing is massive. As you see here, you saw the Suburban on the lift. Now you see this on the lift. It is every bit as long. And I honestly think if you put all the seats down, it would fit a 4x8 sheet as well. So, funny stuff. We'll show you in the interior. I'll kind of go into more of the reasons why it has a roof rack. But it's very obvious once you actually get to see one of these. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump right into the interior here. Interior is amazing. It's in really good shape. Someone put a lot of time, a lot of money into it, which is awesome. It's a blue? Would you call it a blue or a turquoise? It's a blue. We need some floor mats. It's got your, let's just hop in here, I guess. It's got your Chevy deck. I don't know if that even works. It's not hooked up. It was an AC car. A lot of that stuff's missing. Gauges are all custom, so that's kind of nice. We'll go into more details on that. I love the steering wheel. I don't know what it is about it. It's big, which gives you a lot of leverage, but you don't really need it because it's a power steering car. But it feels really good in your hand. I don't know if I like it as much as the Mustangs, but it has a good feel to it nonetheless. It's just a really well done car, minus that light that's missing. Plenty of room. I can sit back there. Once I sit back there, I can't get back out because apparently we're missing some door handles. But let's get back there and kind of show you around. Okay, I'm going to hop in here. I'm 6 foot. I'd like to round up, but I'm just 6 foot. And look at this. I got plenty of room between me and that. The seat's pretty decent. I actually like the back seat better. This is your storage right here. This is what I was laughing at. Look at my fingers. They can span this. This is where all 9 people's gear have to go. But you've got the back there. No seatbelts on this back row. I'm not sure if there's something we can add. Maybe they fell down behind here. I honestly haven't played in this too much. It is a very fun vehicle. I don't know what's in there. Maybe that's the spare tire. Like I said, I haven't played around in this a lot. I just wanted to show you guys because I think it's a freaking awesome car and you're going to love the next little aspect of it. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. All right, so you got the 4 headlights, kind of like the GTO. This needs to be polished. You've got your Chevrolet there. These side markers are pretty interesting. They're really dim, but like I said, let's go ahead, get this hood popped. I don't think I can do it with one hand. Nope. All right, guys, this is the crown jewel about this car. I think it's freaking awesome. This is the same drivetrain that I have in my 2002 GMC Yukon XL. It is a 5.3 liter LS platform with a 4L60 behind it. It is really nice. We have done a lot of fixes on it to get it to run, so we will start it up for you. There's still a lot more fixes to go. Whoever did this wiring job didn't believe in wire nuts or solder or heat shrink or even tape, for God's sakes. No tape. There's a lot to it. And this air filter, this pisses me off. I'm not sure why people do that, but they love these cheap little shit air filters. You've got your overflow into a gas can. That's kind of interesting. We do have dual brakes, front and rear separate. I like that. That's one thing I got to address on the Mustang if you've been watching the videos. These wheels and tires, I dig them. They are like a rally wheel, but bigger. They are awesome. I just really like how they look. They set off the car. There's plenty of room up and in here. Let's see what size we got going on here. Where is the size? Looks like, is that a 2? I don't know. I don't read upside down very well. 225, 5517. I think we might be the same in the back. Let's check it out. 225, 55, 17. So they go all the way around. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the tail lights back here. It's pretty cool. It is a power glass. We're having a little issue with the switch on that one. You got a bunch of tail lights. And then just for exhaust, we just have really quiet, but I think it'd be cool to run them out where the reverse lights are, but you just got this little pipe dumping down right there. Sweet car. The reason I said we'll get to this later, the roof rack, you're going to need it. If you load this down with people, there's just not room for your stuff with the rear facing seat. But I can only imagine how fun it would be to sit right there and wave at people or flip them off. I just think it would be outstanding. Couple little odds and ends here. Let's go ahead and get you a start up and you can try to hear it. I have a clip of it pulling in the first time we got to drive it at home. And what you hear idling in the background is the Yukon XL. So this needs some mufflers to me, but we'll see if I actually do that. We need weather seals. They are very hard to find. The Caprice is not a huge nameplate. I mean, it is, but it isn't. The Chevelles, the Camaros, the Nova, they all get the love. This one's kind of a forgotten child. So from here to about here, you can find a lot of parts for. Even the back doors possibly, as far as the handles and stuff. But everything else is pretty custom from there back and tough to come by. So again, we called the guy. This was listed, Marketplace. We called him, talked to him, went and saw it, made a pretty lowball offer as we tend to do, thinking, if they won't take it, we'll just move on. He took it, and then I ran into some issues not wanting to tow something this big behind my Yukon. He offered to bring it out, so I guess he really wanted to get rid of it. But what I think is cool, LS53 327, it originally came with the 327. So let's go ahead, get this thing started up. You're going to love it. Once we do a little more cleanup to it and we get underneath it, we'll bring you along when we get underneath it in the next video. We want to just kind of touch everything. I'll just give you one reason why I feel like I need to touch everything. We were in here and you've got 4 bolts, 2 there, 2 down there. Only one of them was semi-tight. So I did all that, and the more we look, the more we're seeing just things that aren't done right. So we need to go through this, give it, just a once over, make sure the wiring's good. We got all that done up nicely, and then we'll bring you along for the ride. All right, guys, one of the fun things about this, the fuel tank is in this fender well. I really think the spare's over there. Next time we'll go on an adventure and take a look at that. Let's hear this muffled 5.3 come to life. Fire in the hole! Look how quiet that is. I don't even really have to yell. So it is a cruiser. It is a cruiser where you could have a conversation, but to me it's too quiet. Let me know down below what mufflers you would go with. I want Flowmasters because Flowmaster. I love Flowmasters. Magnaflows sound good and they stay quiet. We've got Gibsons on the Blue Suburban. They're really deep and throaty. Also not annoyingly droning like a Flowmaster. So with that, we'll see you on the next one when we put this up in the air.